The blind girl who outsmarted thieves. The sun was beginning its descent, painting the African sky in hues of orange and pink, as the village market buzzed with activity. Vendors shouted their wares, and the air was filled with the aroma of spices, the sound of laughter, and the hum of commerce. Little did anyone know that beneath this lively facade, danger lurked. A group of thieves, notorious for preying on unsuspecting villages, had descended upon the marketplace. They were drawn by the whispers of a local legend, the blind girl, Fatima. Rumors had spread that she had inherited a fortune, a tempting prize for those with nefarious intentions. As the thieves discreetly moved through the market, their eyes focused on Fatima with a distinctive presence. To the untrained eye, she seemed to move effortlessly, her steps purposeful, hardly relying on her walking stick. However, her senses were acutely aware, attuned to the vibrant world around her. Fatima's sense of hearing was so acute that she could distinguish conversations from different corners of the market. She could hear the haggling between vendors, the laughter of children, and even the rustle of leaves in the nearby trees. These sounds were like a colorful tapestry, painting a mental picture of her surroundings. Her sense of touch was equally remarkable. Fatima's nimble fingers delicately explored the textures of fruits and vegetables on display, determining their freshness and quality. The subtle variations in temperature and texture guided her, enabling her to make informed choices. As the thieves observed her, they were astounded by how Fatima navigated through the market. She appeared to have an uncanny ability to anticipate the movement of the crowd, subtly evading collisions and moving with an almost uncanny precision. The thieves, initially brimming with confidence, soon realized that their target was not as vulnerable as they had thought. They exchanged nervous glances, realizing that stealing from this young girl would not be as easy as they had imagined. Intrigued and more determined, the thieves decided to continue tailing Fatima, plotting their next moves carefully. As the sun dipped lower on the horizon, signaling the approach of evening, the thieves huddled together in the shade of a nearby alley to discuss their plan. Their leader, a wiry man with a scar running across his left cheek, outlined their strategy in hushed tones. "We've got to follow her," he said, his voice low and urgent. "She's our ticket to unimaginable wealth. But we can't make a move here in the market. It's too crowded. We'll wait until she leaves, and then we'll tail her to her home." The other thieves nodded in agreement, their eyes gleaming with anticipation. They had seen how Fatima had navigated the market with an almost supernatural awareness, but they believed they could outwit her once they were on predictable territory, the winding paths of the village. Meanwhile, as the thieves plotted, Fatima's senses were alert to the subtle changes in her surroundings. She had detected the feeling of being watched, an instinct that had developed over years of heightened perception. Her ears had picked up the faint rustling of leaves, irregular footsteps behind her, and the occasional muffled whisper. Fatima's heart raced, and her mind sharpened as she realized she was being followed. Instinctively, she decided to test her suspicions. She veered off her usual path, straying from the familiar route home. Her ears and hands became her guides. The thieves, seeing her swift change in direction, exchanged hurried glances. They altered their course, struggling to keep up without being noticed. Their initial confidence began to waver as they realized Fatima's uncanny ability to sense their presence. As Fatima navigated through the village's winding alleyways, she relied on the echoes of her surroundings. She could hear the resonance of footsteps bouncing off mud walls, the slight variations in air temperature as she passed doorways, and even the echoes of conversations from neighboring households. As Fatima continued her cautious journey through the labyrinthine alleyways of the village, her heightened senses worked in harmony, guiding her every step. She knew that danger followed closely behind, but she also knew that she was not alone. As she passed the homes of her fellow villagers, Fatima used her walking stick to tap with a specific rhythm on their doors. Each tap carried a message, a secret code that had been taught and practiced within the village for years. One tap, "Are you there?" It was a question, a call for someone to acknowledge her presence. Two taps, "Yes," or "I'm here." It was a reassuring response, letting her know that someone was nearby and aware of her. Three taps, "Emergency, I need help." It was a signal that danger was afoot, a plea for immediate assistance. Four taps, "Danger, stay away." It indicated that the situation was perilous and that help should be summoned discreetly. Five or more rapid taps, "SOS distress signal." A desperate cry for help in the most dire circumstances. The villagers, both young and old, had been educated about these codes. It was a vital part of their communal responsibility to protect and assist those who faced danger. They knew that these taps could mean the difference between life and death, safety and danger. Inside those homes, the villagers paused, their daily routines momentarily interrupted by the coded signals. They knew precisely what each sequence meant. Fatima was in trouble, and the village had to respond. The thieves, growing increasingly frustrated by their inability to seize the opportunity, pressed forward. They believed they could easily overpower a blind girl once they reached her home, but they underestimated Fatima's determination and the power of her community. As Fatima neared her home, she quickened her pace slightly, and the thieves followed suit. But just as they approached the threshold of her dwelling, Fatima halted abruptly, her senses alert to the presence of the intruders. Fatima unleashed a shrill whistle, a sound that pierced the tranquil evening air. It was the signal she had taught her village friends. From every corner of the village, the villagers emerged like shadows, armed with sticks, pots, and whatever makeshift weapons they could find. The thieves found themselves surrounded by a determined and furious crowd. The thieves, realizing they had walked into a trap, attempted to escape, but they were swiftly and decisively apprehended. The village had come together to protect one of their own, demonstrating the strength of their unity and the success of their initiative to support the disabled and distressed among them. Fatima, with her extraordinary senses and the power of a community united, had outsmarted the thieves. The blind girl had become a beacon of resilience, and a testament to the village's commitment to inclusivity and mutual support. Thank you for watching our story, The Blind Girl Who Outsmarted Thieves, and we hope you enjoyed it. What lessons did you draw from this story? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of the tribe. Thank you for watching The Tales of the Savannah. We will see you next time, in the Savannah.